Hello Aries, this is going to be your March through April reading for 2020. I hope you guys are having a safe year so far. I missed you and Scorpio in January, and I didn't do anything for February. I had some personal things I had to attend to. So, Aries. You know, Aries, I just wanted to mention, it hasn't come up in your reading so far, but for every sign, almost every sign, I pulled the Devil card. And, you know, I talked about during those instances, people getting so fed up with what's happening, they want to go backwards. But I think there's also something about people being really tempted to be, like, nasty with each other. You know, like, a lot of people are hoarding supplies and they go to grab for that last roll of toilet paper and there's a little old lady and they kind of like hip check her out of the way. I think people are really behaving in a way that's maybe not their best light. So, you know, bringing that over to your reading, Aries, I just see so much stress. So much stress here. I think you are one of the better signs in terms of being level-headed, still generous with other people, still holding on to your strength, still being able to keep a good perspective. And for some of you, that may be because you've been through hard times, and you feel confident that you will get through this one. And also you know what it is to go without a meal, go without basic things in life. And so the need to take for yourself before you give to somebody else just isn't, it's just not in your wavelength right now, which I am glad to see because so many other signs are suffering from it. You know, there's just so much fear. And I think for you, you are interested in looking, you know, to the future, and you know there will be an end to all of this. Also, for some of you, you have experienced the loss of people close to you, and so I think your perspective is a little bit different. I think anytime we lose someone, whether it's through, you know, passing or breakup or, you know, divorce, or maybe we have to travel away from people, you really don't ever lose that feeling. And, you know, you understand what loss is. But I think every loss you go through, you know, I think when the next thing comes around, when the next bad time comes around, then you kind of say, I've been through this. And this is not, you know, the end of my existence, it's not the end of my world, even if it is really threatening you in some way. I think that's why Aries are goats, that their symbol is the goat, because goats are really, I mean, they're small and they're formidable and they will mess you up. Still, some questions. So even though you have this resilience, there's still a little bit of a question, because I think when you're going through it, sometimes you go back and forth. That's what human beings do, right? In the back of your mind, you're like, no, I know everything's going to be okay. But then you're like, well, am I doing my best? Am I acting all right? Is it okay if I take precautions, if I don't go and see my friends or do things like that? You almost feel guilty for taking care of yourself, which is sweet, but don't worry about it. Longing for simpler times, I think we're all there. I think some people may be trying to make you feel guilty about taking care of yourself. So, you know, let's just say somebody wanted you to bring them coffee and you were like, I'm just not feeling like I want to do that. They're upset with you and they're letting you know. I'm seeing a little bit of that here, but it looks like you don't care. The good news is you don't give a crap, which is good. Good for you, Aries. You do what you have to do. Hangman coming up twice for you. And again, that's signifying to me that you may have some flip-flopping when you think about taking care of yourself and you feel guilty, but it looks like you're getting over it fast. If you're not getting over it, do get over it, because that's the energy in your field, and you could take advantage of that, and it would be great for you. What else do we have here, my dears? Oh, this is so sweet. You know, again, for some of you, if it's available to you, if it's something you're interested in, talk to whoever your higher power is, angels or loved ones that have passed. I think you need something above the human plane right now to almost give you permission for taking care of yourself and making it feel like, you're allowed to do that. But, everything coming in here says absolutely, don't feel guilty about that. So this is interesting. This strikes me as you could potentially create the problems for yourself that you are fearful of if you don't go with your intuition, and then you're going to be really, really pissed at yourself. Because it looks like this card confirms that there are people giving you a hard time for just wanting to watch out for yourself. They may be spoiled by your care and nurturing. Taurus had something similar to this, and because you are next to each other in the zodiac, you may want to consider that. I didn't see, Taurus had their reading, it was different, but for you, I see this theme, and it's a little stronger. Yeah, these people almost want you to be so selfless that you're not thinking about yourself. You're, letting people sneeze in your mouth just so you can bring somebody, you can bring like Rita, the receptionist, her coffee. And because they're so used to you being easygoing, now that you're resisting a little bit, they're like, what's wrong with you? Like take my used tissues and put them in your pocket, just carry them in the garbage for me. Like, this is obviously not sustainable. Just the stress alone, of trying to pretend that what is going on in the world right now isn't going on while you run to everybody else's beck and call. It's completely, it's just not doable. So Aries, I think for you the takeaway is go ahead and nurture yourself, back out of some activities or experiences, do whatever you need to do, and don't feel guilty about it. Just don't feel guilty about it. You're doing great, and if you don't follow your own advice, there may be some repercussions, and then you're going to kick yourself and be like, why didn't I just do what I wanted to do? So Aries, as always, take care.